to tool number 5. In this video, we're going to talk about the text to column tool. Yes, text to column is a wonderful tool if you want to segregate the data, if you want to get some meaningful information from your data. So this particular tool, text to column, will play an important role in the Excel. This will not going to help you only to segregate the data, but in fact, turn your data into meaningful information, and that meaningful information will be using as an ingredient for a perfect database. Right, so this is a very important tool. So let's get started with this tool, text to column. So let's suppose in the screen you can have full names. We have Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, Saurav Dada Ganguly, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. These are the legendary cricketers with us. So we want all these cricketers' name to be in the first column. That means first column will be having first name, second column will be having second name, that is middle name, and the third column, that is the last name. So let's get started with this. Just simply select this data. The first thing to go with this tool is simply select the data you want to get segregated. Right, now go to the data tab. Inside the data tab, you're going to find data tools as a group, and in this we'll have a first tool, that is text to column. The moment you click, it will going to open a text to column wizard. Convert text to column wizard. It is a 3-step process, and we are right now discussing the first step. In the first step, it will be asking you what kind of a data type you have. Either you have a delimited or you have a fixed width. Now understand this fixed width and the delimited part. Now delimited is something related with a delimiter. Now what is a delimiter? A delimiter is something which separates two words. Now in this case we have three words. Three words are separated by a space. So space is the delimiter. In this case we have a three words which is separated by one time the space and one time the dollar. So we have two delimiters in this case. We will be discussing both the examples. Right, so take this example and move towards the second step. In the second step, it will going to ask you select a delimiter. As I told you, we have a delimiter in this case as a space. So we'll be selecting as a space as a one of the delimiter. Right, the moment you select it, right, it will be turn it on, and you can see in the data preview window, Sachin, Ramesh, and Tendulkar. All these three names will be getting segregated one by one. Means first name is Sachin, middle name is Ramesh, and the last name, that is Tendulkar. Now move towards the next step. Now in this it will ask you for the destination, right? The destination, the by default destination is something from where you have selected the data. So my destination is coming around to A2 because from this position I have selected the data till A4, right? Now what you are supposed to do this time, if you select this data destination, so it will be Sachin here, Ramesh in the first name, and Tendulkar will be in the middle name. But I don't want this thing. I don't want this thing to be happen with me, right? So what I want Sachin to be in the first name, Ramesh to be in the middle name, and Tendulkar will be in the last name. So what are we going to do? Select this destination as a first name. So this is just next to your database, right? And just say finish. The moment you do that, you get all these Sachin, Ramesh, Tendulkar in the different columns, right? Now similarly, we can do for this. The shortcut for doing this text to column wizard is Alt AE. Now this is a very good shortcut. I'll just do it. The shortcut for going towards the data. The shortcut for going towards this text to column wizard is Alt AE. Now, moment you do that, the text to column wizard will going to appear. This time we have a delimiter. Go to the next. This time I have space and the other delimiter is dollar. Right? Click on the next. Again, go to the destination and make the destination just right to your database. I selected this first cell, that is B8. Right? Go to the finish, and you've got the Sachin, Ramesh, Tendulkar all in the three columns. Right? Now, this is a very important case if we talk about the date. You must be having dates in such a format because there are a lot of software which is going to produce this kind of a format of the date. But we don't want this kind of a format. We want a system format. Basically, 6 May 2020. We want this kind of format in the data. We want DDMMYY kind of format of the data. So how are we going to do that? So simply just select this data, go to the text to column, and here we're going to find the delimiter. Just click on the delimiter itself. Right, don't select any of these, just in fact remove this also. Now we are not bothered about these second step, we are bothered about the third step only. Right, let's go to the third step, and here just select the date. Right, just select the date, and the date format is DMY, means DDMMYY, and your destination will be the same one. I'm not putting the other destination. If you want to put the other destination, you can put it. Right, so in this way your date will be segregated and it will be in an order. You can see right here. Now all these dates are in order, right? It means DDMMYY. Initially, it was giving you to some raw data. Your date was not available absolutely as per your standards. But right now, you can see the dates has been converted into meaningful dates. Or you can say the raw data will be converted into meaningful dates this time, right? So this is all we have in the text to column delimiter. Now understand the other part. Let's suppose, like why these kind of comments are coming, because we have applied text before the numbers, right? So if I want only the numbers, like the by default format of the text is left align. By default format alignment, by default alignment for the number will be on the right hand side. Now in this case, I will be going to the data again and click on the text to column. The moment I click on the text to column, again I click on the delimiter, and again nothing to select, go to the next step and simply do the finish, right? I will be able to convert this text into the number that is in a general format. So when it convert into the number, it will be surely coming onto the right hand side. So this is really very useful. Now understand the other part in this tool. Now let's suppose if you have a trailing minus sign with you and you want this minus sign to be created just before this data. So what you can do, let's suppose this is a limited data. Let's suppose if you have a data of around 1000 rows, 2000 rows, what we can do in that case. So simply go to the text to column, this time again, delimited, click on the delimited again, and this time again we are not bothered about the second step, go to the third step, right, directly. And again clicking on the general by default, this is the by default one, go to the advanced option this time. Yeah, go to the advanced option. The moment you go to the advanced option, you can find there is a by default tick mark on for the trailing minus for the negative values. It means they allow the negative value for the negative values with a minus sign. So just click it OK and just finish it. And in this way you can be able to convert your raw data, a trailing minus sign, into a meaningful minus negative data, right? So this is again very useful. Just try it once. Now just understand the second part of this text to column, that is text to column with a fixed width. Yeah, we have a second option. Whenever we select this, just remove these one, right? Now we have Sachin 123 Tendulkar, we have Saurav 786 Ganguly, we have Mahesh 456. But now, do you think like there is a delimiter out there? No, the numbers can't be delimited. I told you earlier also, like we have a delimiter which is separated the two words. Now there are two words, Sachin and Tendulkar, so it must be the delimiter, right? But understand, when we have a text, again it will be separated by a delimiter. But here you can see when a number is accompanied by any of the text, so it will become entirely one text, right? So you can see there is no delimiter. There is no delimiter at all. So we have to use the other option, that is the text to column. The other option is fixed width, right? So go to the fixed width next. Just go to the back, go to the fixed width, go to the next, and here you can see. But there is one thing common in between. Sachin, Saurav and Mahesh all are of 6 character. Another one thing that we have common is 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 6, 4, 5, 6. All these number are of 3 digits, right? So we have an option right here. We can do it manually. We can just go to the scale, and whenever you put the cursor on the scale, you will have a line out there, right? Just line break. Just click this line and drag this line just after the Sachin. Again click on this, you have another line. Just drag this line after the 1, 2, 3. And here in this case, you will be able to segregate your data in Sachin, 1, 2, 3 and Tendulkar. So again, it will be asking for me for the destination. I will be clicking all this as a destination, and again I go to finish. So here I will be having certain options with me, right? So isn't it amazing, guys, right? Seriously, it's very useful tool. When you don't have any kind of delimiter, you can use this fixed width method, right? Now take another example. I know like the video is getting a little longer, but I know like it will be adding some value to you, right? So this is the flight numbers with me. Again, I go to the delimiter. I want to segregate the codes of the flight, right? So what I'm able to do, just simply go to the text to column, and here what option I'm supposed to use here? I will be using again the fixed width, right? Because I have a 2-digit of code. So again, I just go to the next option, put the line and put the line just after the 2 codes, right? And go to the next and select I want the code over here. Just go and make it here and put it next. And here in this way, you will be able to get the flight codes and you will be able to get the flight numbers. So this is very simple to get all these things done using the text to column. Now you have seen some beautiful examples in the text to column. We have covered all the possible examples, right? Now just practice it once or twice so that you can get pro into it, right? For the next video, stay tuned. See you in the next video.